First of all, what makes us unique is our location. We are not in the Northeast. We are not near Boston. We're not on the East Coast. We're not in Florida. We're not in Texas. We're not in California. We are in the middle of the country. We are actually an hour north of Chicago. We're in a very quaint, very cute town called Lake Forest. We're actually named after the town. Many people think we're named after the lake that we're near and the trees that are around us. We're not. The town is Lake Forest, and you can look it up. It's on the Lake Michigan. We're about 10 minutes drive to Lake Michigan proper. Very safe area, very old money. This town was founded in the early 1900s as a place for business owners in Chicago to build their mansions and escape in the summer. And so part of our campus is an old mansion that was built by a famous meat packer in Chicago. It was built in 1909. So that's kind of a little bit about the area. We are unique in that we are one of the few boarding schools in this area, in the Midwest, as we call it. We're great for a student who wants the traditional boarding school experience. We have 60 hectares of beautiful green campus, a lot of buildings, a lot of space to stretch out. Connected to the campus is actually an open lands area with a lot of trails that has thousands and thousands of acres of open trails and open areas to explore. That's also available to students. But we're only 45 minutes by car from the big city, so we have access to the cultural icons of museums, plays, concerts, sporting events, and shopping areas that Chicago is famous for. We're also only 30 minutes drive from O'Hare International Airport, which is a major hub for destinations in Asia, Europe, South America, all over the world fly into Chicago, which is important. We have students from 40 different countries and 19 different states, and it's a very globally focused school. I tell families that we're not a math and science school, but we're very good in math and science. The last 2 years we've won the state competition in math. We've won the state competition in computer science. We got second in our science Olympiad. Very strong in Future Business Leaders of America, FBLA, which is a unique name because it's half international students. We are 50% day, 50% boarding. So I think that's also unique. So what I'm saying is if you're a student who wants the traditional boarding school experience, but also the culture of the big city, check us out. We're very strong in those areas. When some people hear Chicago, they get a little scared. There are some parts of Chicago that are not very safe. I want you to be aware that we're very, very far away from them. We are an hour north. The north side of Chicago, completely safe. You can look into Lake Forest, the city, and see it is very safe, the area. And our campus is as well very safe. Our total student population is about 450. And within that, we have 24 AP classes, which is a lot for a school of our size. Within all of our departments, however, we offer classes that go beyond the AP. For example, within math, we have AP Calculus, AP Statistics, AP Pre-Calc, all those AP classes, but we also offer multivariable calculus, we offer game theory, we offer formal logic, and some really almost second-year university classes that we offer here at the Academy. And that's true across every department. So very academically rigorous program. It's rare. I can't think of a student that has exhausted all our classes, even in math, while they've been here. In addition to that, however, if there's a subject that we don't offer, that you want to study, we do offer a pretty robust independent studies program that you work individually with a teacher to highlight sort of the structure of the class, how you want it to be assessed. It's really student run through the faculty sponsorship of that. But we usually have around, I want to say every semester, about 20 students involved in that independent study program. We are unique in that we offer a global department So for students who want to get into global business, diplomacy, and things like that, and even if you just are curious about global affairs, you can take classes within that. For those who are interested, we offer a global concentration for students who really want to pursue that, or areas around global initiatives at university. So a global concentration, which is a series of classes and language classes. While on the topic of global concentration, we offer something similar in the art department, an arts concentration for people who want to develop either a minor or a major in art areas. It helps you develop a portfolio and take a series of classes that will help you in that direction. A lot of our students more and more, and I encourage them to do this, take a hard science or business course, but a minor also in art to develop that area of their mind when they go to university and here in high school as well. Because of our location to O'Hare International Airport, we have a really wonderful opportunity to travel abroad and do some experiential learning, especially during our spring break. But more importantly, really, we're connected to Chicago. And so we have access to the Chicago Board of Trade, to community service organizations and business organizations through our network of alums here locally. So it's a great opportunity for students to take a field trip during the academic day to go visit these businesses, these community service opportunities, these art museums, these historical departments within the Chicago area. In terms of field trips, we have really two types, international field trips, really two types. Some are connected to our academic program and some are kind of freestanding outside of that with an academic focus. Every spring break, we offer, I want to say between 6 and 8 international trips. And spring break is the last 2 weeks in March. I don't want to list them, I have them here, but there's an orchestra trip to New York City. There's an environmental science trip to the Bahamas. There's an AP French trip to Martinique. There's trips to Belize, Greece, Peru, Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam. And that's just for this upcoming spring break. And this is in addition to curricular trips that are here. I'm reading down here the Museum of Contemporary Art, the Art Institute of Chicago, Adler Planetarium, Northwestern University has a journalism department that we take a trip to. I won't go on and on because there's a long list here, but that gives you some idea of our trips and offerings for spring break and during the academic year.